champ, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. Touchdown! This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Happy Sunday, 93.7 The Ticket listeners. I'm Ellie Apfel, and welcome back to Behind the Black and Gold. I have a very special guest today, Connor Brown. He is a Nebraska Westland athlete on the NWU basketball team, and I'm really excited to have him on here. We have Harrison on the ones and twos. Shout out to Harrison. Connor, I'm really excited. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Hey.
All righty. Connor, tell me a little bit about yourself before we just jump into this. What are you majoring in? Things like that. How's school going before we get into the sports aspect of everything?
Yeah, school's great. It's been going good. I'm a business major. I'm going on my last year. I've been doing, quite a few years of school here. So, graduating this coming May. So I'm excited to kind of, move on from the school side of things, but it's kind of helped me have as many years of basketball as possible. And I've kind of prolonged my education for my basketball career, and it's been a really good thing. So I'm excited to be done with school, but it's going great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basketball, has that been your main sport growing up, or did you play other sports?
Yeah. So growing up, I basically played everything: soccer, baseball, all this football, everything. My mom only let me play 1 year of football, but that's a different story. And then in high school, we didn't have that many sports offered at my school. So I played basketball. And then when I wasn't playing basketball, we played volleyball. And my high school basketball coach was actually my volleyball coach. So it's just kind of like hit the ball as hard as you can and have fun. So
fun fact about Connor Brown is that he's actually really, really good at volleyball too.
Well, fun fact about Ellie and I is we're intramural sand volleyball champs.
Yeah.
So
shout out to the whole team.
Yeah.
Shout out to the whole team. So Connor, you said high school growing up. Where are you from? Let's tell everybody where you're from.
Yeah. So I'm from the Big Island of Hawaii. I was born and raised there. Grew up on the island. It's pretty much all I knew until I left there. Yeah.
I will admit, when I first met you, I thought you were lying for a really long time that you were from Hawaii. And I feel like a lot of people think that.
Yeah.
They just feel like you're lying because you're a new guy, you're coming in and okay, let's make a cool story. But you're actually from Hawaii.
Yeah.
We can confirm that. If anybody wants to confirm that, we can confirm that.
Well, when I try to prove it and I show my ID, it still looks fake.
Yeah.
So it's not really, can't really confirm it
That's
either
true.
way.
Why do the Hawaii IDs always just look so fake?
No, yeah, they look exactly how you think they would look.
So what was the game of basketball like in Hawaii? Because I don't feel like people really expect there to be a lot of basketball in Hawaii, but just give me a little background into that.
Yeah, when I was in high school, which feels like a century ago, basketball has always been a growing thing in Hawaii, and I think the sport of basketball now in Hawaii is a lot better than when I was in high school. There's a lot more opportunities for people coming out of Hawaii now that no one was seeing when I was playing high school basketball. But it was always fun. It was always, really competitive. It was good atmosphere, basketball in Hawaii, but it's just a lot different than mainland basketball. It seemed like it was always less, but now it's starting to kind of catch up with this, and by mainland, I mean the rest of the United States there. Starting to catch up with everyone else in terms of play style and speed and athletic ability.
And didn't you have to, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't you have to start, you were involved in starting your high school basketball team?
Yeah. So we had a middle school basketball team, which we did really well in. And then going into high school, obviously middle school is 6th, 7th, 8th grade in Hawaii there. So going into high school, we really didn't have that many guys, and we'd never had a basketball team. Way before me, we had a high school basketball team, but for as long as I was at the school, we never had a basketball team. So I went to the AD, got some of my friends together, and started the basketball team. Said, "Hey, I got 6 of my friends here that want to play basketball," and then went from there. But we didn't have a coach, so I actually had to beg and plea for my dad to coach us, which was awesome.
So we had talked about this earlier, having your dad coach you. I feel like from a young age, for at least for me, my dad didn't coach me in high school.
Yeah.
And that you're growing throughout the years. What was it like to have your dad as a high school basketball coach, especially because it's school, you're going through all of that. So what's the difference between that?
Yeah. I mean, I credit him to, being where I am today in terms of, work ethic and everything I've become as a person. He's one of my biggest role models, but in terms of basketball, he knew nothing about basketball. And he's never actually coached me in the past growing up. A lot of parents coach their kids. He was always, kind of like let someone else do it. But when he got the opportunity, he stepped up to the plate and he was like, all right, I'll do it. And so every night he was sitting there watching YouTube videos, like trying to learn everything about basketball. He was probably like information overload on everything basketball.
So you guys had all these different plays that he had found on YouTube and things like that?
And drills and things like, it was awesome. But I mean, it was new to most of us. I mean, most of the guys on my team had been playing. I started in 7th grade, so I really hadn't been playing basketball for that long. And 4 of the guys, it was their first year ever playing basketball. So it was a learning curve. Everyone was learning basketball. Yeah. But it was great. It was fun to have him. And he did great.
So you have older brothers. Did they ever really get into basketball or have the same desire to do it as you did?
Yeah, my older brothers, I mean, they played some different sports. My middle brother was really good at tennis. Older brother, we actually in Hawaii, a big sport is paddling. So like canoe outrigger racing. Yeah, and so
I've never heard of that.
Both my brothers actually, you could go to states in paddling, and it's a 6-man canoe. You race around a flag, turn, come back. And they were actually, very good at that. Went to states in that, and
you never got into that.
I never got into that because it was during basketball season.
That would have been so awesome. You could have added that to your growing lore.
That's off the resume. Yeah, no, I never really got into that. But moving through high school, my oldest brother is like a sports fanatic. Like sports is his life. So he actually ended up being my assistant coach in high school as well.
That's awesome. And your high school allowed that, because I know I feel like here in high school, there's always your math teacher is your volleyball coach.
Yeah.
Or that's how it was for me. So it just didn't really matter in Hawaii.
Yeah. I mean, I think they kind of take what they can get sometimes.
Especially if you're starting that completely from scratch.
Yeah. Yeah. Like my school, we didn't even have a gym. So we didn't have a home gym at all. So my freshman year with my dad, we would actually go drive an hour and 15 minutes just to play our home games because we were a JV team under another varsity. And so every home game we played was an hour and 15 minutes away. And he would drive our little short bus to the game and drive us back home after every game. Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, I mean, other than that, coaching help was harder to find back then. So
your basketball career you've been playing basketball for a really long time.
Yeah.
And obviously you started that team when you were a freshman, but that got you to be able to play in college.
Yep.
You've been to 3 different schools.
Yep.
Tell me about the first one. How did we come to find the first school that you were at? How was that program? Tell me specifics behind that program.
Yeah. So after my dad coached freshman year, we moved in and actually got a really good coach from Missouri. And he kind of was just like, hey, whatever you want to do, we're going to make it happen. If you want to play college basketball, we're going to make it happen. And he had, some good connections. And I got no looks out of high school, no offers or anything. So I actually was emailing, as many schools as I can, trying to get my name out there and say hey, watch my game. And, got just barely a few responses. Ended up emailing back and forth with a coach out in Everett, Washington. And it was a JUCO in the NWAC out there. And just went back and forth, ended up visiting. And he said, hey, if you're coming all the way out here from Hawaii, I won't cut you. And so I said, I'll take it.
Awesome.
And so I ended up in Washington after high school there.
So how long were you there for?
I was there for 2 years. Yeah. So my freshman year, I redshirted there. I just got there. I was 150 pounds when I graduated. I was a scrawny little guy. Um, I really wasn't ready to play college basketball, and I got there, and it was just like a wake up call. I was like, "Well, I've never played against people this big, this fast ever in my life." So I redshirted and took that year, and that's probably when I grew the most. Just having to adapt and play against people of that skill level, and then the next year, was actually COVID year, so we played very few games. So yeah, I spent kind of 1.5 years there.
So what was the coaching staff like there? What was kind of like the dynamic
Yeah,
there?
they're a top tier program, always have been. Coaching staff was great. They were really good coaches. They always brought in, the best guys. We had, probably 2 or 3 D1 guys that transferred out. Just really good coaching staff. They just won games, and they scored a lot of points, and they always won. And so it was cool to, go to practice every single day and play against guys that knew what it take to win games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you still talk to people from Washington or still keep in touch with them?
Yeah. That's kind of the cool thing about basketball is every place I've been, you get 18 built-in friends, and every place you go, and you become so tight because you don't spend a second away from each other, which is good and bad, in some circumstances. But I still talk to those guys weekly and catch up with them and make sure they're all doing well. But I'm the only one out of my group there that's still playing basketball. So
hey, you're one-upping in all of them.
I'm driving, going as far as I can.
So what was it like living in Washington?
Washington was cool. I was pretty close to Seattle, about 30 minutes from Seattle. So it was cool. It was just a totally different atmosphere than what I grew up in.
Yeah.
It was a lot more, I would say fast paced, but just Hawaii, all you can really do is go on a hike or go to the beach. And in Seattle, there's snow.
I don't know what's so wrong with that, though.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but just having to shovel my truck out of snow my freshman year, I was like, what is this? What are we doing out here?
You'd never seen snow before, hadn't you?
No, I have.
He came to Nebraska and he had seen nothing besides just beautiful. Exactly. That's what I thought. I just am like, and he'll like mess with me. Like we went to a pumpkin patch this year, and I'd be like, yeah, he's never been to a pumpkin patch before in Hawaii. They don't have pumpkins. So he was just messing with me. They have more than you think they do.
They have a lot.
They're
more
literally
than
just
think.
living the same exact life as us, but it's just a little bit more pretty out there.
It is still the United States, so we got the same luxuries. We got the same pumpkins out there
and everything. That was a wake up call for me. So you were there in Washington for 2 years. So after COVID, you decided to let's make another jump. Let's make a new journey. Yeah. Where'd you go after that?
Yeah, so it wasn't really in terms of basketball. I went in there 150 pounds, and I was never really seen as a basketball player. I always had a really good connection with the coaches, just kind of didn't really click on the basketball court. And it was kind of just a mutual decision that, we both felt I should go seek some opportunities elsewhere. And he actually, my coach, Mike Troutman, helped me out, getting me to another spot. And he called me one day and he said, hey, you're about to get a call from a coach. Don't mess this up. And I said, okay, sounds great. And I ended up in Salinas, California at another JUCO. So I still had all 4 years of eligibility. I was basically going in like I was a freshman, going into this next school, Hartnell College.
Okay. What was the difference between coming from Washington, like the biggest like shock or difference that you saw coming from Washington to California?
Yeah, in terms of basketball, I became a lot more valuable to the team I was on. In just society-wise, I was living in a much different kind of town. It was a very ag-focused town. Not a lot of people spoke English, and so that was pretty, cool to go from a totally different, being in Seattle to kind of being in a different environment was just another difference from Hawaii and seeing different kind of people and being around different people.
You've obviously moved a lot. So we went from
Yeah.
Hawaii to Washington to California. Coming from, did you have any fears coming into that, or like concerns, or what was kind of going through your head through all that? Because you're like, oh, I'm going to another school. It's
Yeah.
going to be a lot different. What were some thoughts you had?
Yeah. It's always scary starting fresh,
Mhm.
new people, new faces, new coaching. But I really think that, my family is so supportive of me and
Mhm.
what I'm doing. And, talk to my brothers on the phone every single day and talk to my parents, and they always got my back and they always help me, move out, and move to these new places. So it kind of helped me just ease into where I was going. But in terms of moving to a new place, it never got easier.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like you're so far from home and you don't know what you're doing. You don't know if you're
Mhm.
going to play. You don't
Yeah.
know, what's going on. So I just kept my head down and kept working hard and kind of worked out for me.
You have good work ethic.
Yeah.
You're able to adapt to different places. I you do a good job, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
But
Thanks, Ellie.
JUCO, you played in 2 JUCO schools.
Yep.
What's something that people wouldn't think to know about JUCO?
Yeah. Yeah. I think the pure level of talent
Mhm.
is just unreal. I mean, even like there's guys that are in JUCO that should not be playing JUCO.
Yeah.
And it's just you never know what the situation be. JUCOs are a lot cheaper. So a lot of guys it's money if they don't get full scholarships somewhere
Mhm.
else. They try to basketball wise get more money, or if it's grades. So there's just a lot of really good basketball players.
Mhm.
And I really didn't think that going out of high school that I would be playing against guys that
Yeah.
I thought were the Michael Jordans of basketball.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
So did you see, obviously from JUCO's like a 2-year, usually
Yeah.
2
Yep.
years. Was there anybody that you were playing with that continued their basketball career after that, like went to higher schools, D1 or anything like that?
Yeah, so no one out of my last school did. I was
Mhm.
the only one out of my last school. Um, the hard part is there's so many players out there
Mhm.
and there's so many people playing basketball and
Yeah.
people coming out of high school, people coming out of JUCO. Um, so it's a flooded market in terms of trying to get a spot somewhere. So, um, I mean, I was the only one to go and play after my last school. Um, but it's all about, connections and
Yeah.
finding someone that's going to want you. So
That's the gift of basketball for sure.
yeah.
Well, we're going to go to break. And in this next segment, we're going to talk a little bit more about your second transfer, but ultimately moving into what NWU has done for you. But we're going to move into break and we'll see you after this.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com. General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Travis with Midwest Bank, now with 2 branches conveniently serving Lincoln and 8 other locations across Nebraska. We're here to help you with any of your needs. From opening a checking account to buying a home or financing your business, our staff is here for you. Stop in and you might see Shin Daddy himself. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank, member FDIC.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Explain to me again why we're sleeping on the ground.
Because we're thramping, thrift camping. It's saving us money and getting us closer to nature.
But we don't need to thramp. I just combined our home and auto insurance with our State Farm agent, so we have a rate that fits our budget.
All right. Do you think our agent can bring us an air mattress?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into Behind the Black and Gold. Before we get into this next segment, we have some listeners on. Connor, do you want to give a little shout out to some listeners that we have?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Love you.
Hi, Hallie. Hi, all of
Hi.
Hallie's close
grandmas.
families and grandmas. We're really, really glad that you're tuning in for this next segment. In the beginning of the first segment, we talked about your first school, and now we talked a little bit about your second school. But I want to dive into the Black and Gold. You were at your second school for 2 years. What made you decide to come from California to Nebraska?
Yeah, so I used up my 2 years there. Had 2 really, really, really good seasons. We didn't win a lot of games, but selfishly, I played pretty well. And then, my coach ended up meeting Dale Wellman at a high school tournament, and basically was like, "Hey, I got a guy that would fit your program. We run the same offense that Wesleyan does here, and if you just wanted to reach out to him and kind of, see if he's a good fit for you." And ended up talking to Dale, flew me out here on a visit, and was just like, "Yeah, this is where I want to be."
And what was kind of the morale or kind of the dynamic coming in? Your first visit, what were you thinking?
I really had no idea. I've never even knew anyone from Nebraska before coming here. But I was just excited. I like going into unknowns, and it seems to always work out. And I just like that kind of blind feeling of, jumping in the deep end and making it work. So it was.
And now it's the best decision you've ever made.
And now it's the best decision of my life.
So what was the team like towards you when you came, and when did you officially meet everyone?
Yeah, it is kind of hard coming into a program as a junior, a program that's having success, that's had success in the past. Just a perfect program, really good coaching staff and really good players. So it's always hard with testosterone levels and men's egos coming boys will always be boys. So coming into a program, the first time I met everyone was at an open gym that they just kind of throw all the new guys in there with the old guys, and everyone has their own cliques and friend groups. And but I made some lifelong friends, right off the bat. And that's, those are the people I still get to spend every second with every day. So it worked out for me. Sometimes it doesn't work out for other people. But I'm grateful that I came here and met the people I met.
Coaching wise, you've been to 3 different schools.
Yeah.
What are some differences that you've seen from your first 2 schools coming to Nebraska Wesleyan?
Yeah. So my first school I went to was, a winning program. Second school I went to, great coach, kind of military man. We just couldn't win a lot of games.
Yeah.
And then coming here, it's just diving right into, one of the best programs in D3 in terms of winning and play style and, his influence on the game of basketball. So it is pretty cool to, be able to play for someone like that. And I think, in terms of coaching, it's all kind of the same across the board. But you can definitely tell, winning coaches from coaches that have a hard time winning. And it's once you start winning, it's a lot easier to keep winning, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were making your this decision to have your final 2 years at Nebraska Wesleyan, what were some things that you were looking for in a program? Or were you just kind of like, hey, Dale's offering me this, I'm just going to come in? Or were you expecting hey, these are some expectations that I had?
Yeah, I was looking for a program that knew how to win games is what I was really looking for. I was looking for a coach that had a winning program and put guys in positions to be successful. And that's what I found at Wesleyan. And it was just, a good offer to come here and play here and see experience a new life and, the Midwest. And it's been great.
So being in the ARC conference, you're playing a lot of Iowa schools. Actually, you're just playing strictly Iowa schools.
Yep.
Going to Iowa, making these trips. What was at your last school? What was maybe the longest travel that you did when you were there?
Okay, so we had one travel that was really bad. We had to do this one tournament that was it was probably a 4.5, 5 hour drive with vans because we didn't use buses because we didn't have a lot of money. It was a 3-day tournament, and my coach made us drive back every day.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we didn't stay because we didn't stay in a hotel. So that was probably the worst travel experience, but that was the furthest we ever went. So outside of that, I mean, our trips were maybe in conference. It was like an hour and a half was the furthest in California. So
I wish
it wasn't bad. Here we got some nice bonding time on the buses for sure.
What is it like to travel with the team, especially with what I know about what you guys are a fun group. So what's electric? What is it like for you?
It's like 1 a.m. and no one seems to be tired, especially after a good game. And they're loud. The buses are loud, and it's a lot of fun. The
sleeper buses?
We did have one sleeper bus, and that's definitely necessary.
Like.
Dale, if you're listening, for the Texas trip, let's get a sleeper bus.
This is a personal plug. Sleeper buses are just. I think they would play better.
We would play better. We won both the games when we had a sleeper bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and if Hallie and I are traveling to Texas, let's make it worthwhile. Let's win some games.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I feel like that's what everybody wants to do when they're on those long. You don't want to go to Texas and then lose both games.
Yeah, no.
That would not be fun.
Definitely not.
So you've obviously played with 3 different teams now.
Yep.
There's challenges that come into that because obviously, especially coming into Nebraska Wesleyan, people already have their clicks. People already have kind of like, but it was easier for you because you knew the offense. And I know that at Nebraska Wesleyan, Dale Wellman's offense is his baby.
Oh, it's
like
his
you
baby.
don't mess with his offense. And there's like a certain way to do it.
Yep.
Obviously, I'm not going to make you explain the whole offense to me because there could be some co-listeners or something like that.
Yeah. We don't want to give any.
We don't want to give anything to that. But what was it like knowing that you knew the offense and compared to other people that were coming in and they didn't?
Yeah, I think it was a big recruiting standpoint for me. Someone that played on the team the year before I was coming here played my position that I was playing at my school, and he was graduating. So they kind of had a big hole in the offense and didn't know who was going to fill it. And they kind of just took a shot on me, said like, hey, maybe this guy will work out. He's been running it at another school, and it ended up just, being the position I ran all last year. So it was kind of a smooth, obviously he has some different ways of running it, but it was a smooth transition into, being able to make an impact, on the floor when I was out there.
And not just Dale, you've had some assistant coaches that have helped you. Yeah. And you recently had one assistant coach move, and did he become a head coach at another university?
Yeah, in Massachusetts. Yeah. So that kind of seems like the Dale special is getting assistant coaches to head coaches.
Yeah.
So.
He's a good coach.
Kraus, you're next. Yep.
Let's hope not. You guys were so upset when the last one left.
It is hard, but it is good for them. I mean, that's every assistant coach's dream is to be a head coach themselves. Yeah. So that's why they are assistant coaches, to learn kind of, under him. And he's kind of got his little gang of assistant coaches that are head coaches now.
And I think that's something that's special about Nebraska Wesleyan, because not only is the team really close, but also the coaching staff is really close.
Yeah,
definitely. I constantly, if you see Dale Woman, one of his assistant coaches is following close behind. Like they're always just in this like little group, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Explain home games to me at NWU.
Yeah, home games are fun. I mean, we get a lot of support, especially at the end of the last year. I mean, it was again, electric is the word I'm going to use today. Yeah. But they're just a lot of fun. People are loud. They have fun. I think it helps that we win games. It's a lot easier to cheer for teams that are winning games. But they're just, I mean, some of those people get after it in the crowds, and it's fun to be a part of that and kind of joke around with them and have fun.
What was one of your favorite games from last year?
Favorite games from last year? I'd say Dubuque at home was probably the best game. First time we played them, we just got clobbered by them. It was our first conference game of the year. Just weren't really ready or awake. Maybe we didn't have the sleeper bus.
Dale.
Yeah. And so to have them at home, and we had some, big dunks by E and Jack and some crucial moments, and we just kind of felt like we were in total control, and it was loud, it was fun, and just having games like that. I mean, we had a ton of games like that where we feel like we are just the better team and we play like the better team. And it's always just so fun to be on that side of basketball.
Yeah. And there's so many different components that go into the game of basketball. You can have a really good night, and then the next night you can go 0 for 5 from the free throw line. Like there's never, you never know.
Yeah.
But you started last year, obviously, and that's coming into this and being a new guy, coming in and taking that role of a starting position. What was that like?
Yeah.
Especially when you have to keep a good head on your shoulder and it's just a very mental game.
Yeah.
And even on games that you didn't have good nights, how did you still, hey, you're still in this starting position. People are looking up to you. What did you do during those times?
Yeah. I think it's just, knowing the work that you've put in the past. I've been doing this college thing for a long time and playing basketball for a long time. I felt like last year, at times when I did struggle, it was because, you in basketball, you lose confidence in yourself and things happen and times get hard, or it's a very long season.
Yeah.
I mean, we're playing basketball until
it's one of the longest seasons.
Yeah.
Besides swimming, yeah, I think that's one of the longest seasons that you have.
And we don't really get that many breaks. So it's
No.
definitely, the mental side of basketball is probably 80% of what you're actually doing, besides your legs being tired every day.
Yeah.
But I just think that, last year I was coming into a new group and all of them kind of, knew what they were doing. So I felt at the time I was just trying to, kind of make sure I wasn't messing up and squeezing in with them. So it's definitely a good, introduction moving into this year and feeling like I can kind of, make more of a impact on both sides of the ball. So.
And so you're very, for the most part, you're a very calm person. And I've never seen you, I don't think you could hurt a fly or anything like that, but do you get into it on the court? I feel like you're just kind of a different person.
Oh yeah.
Not a completely different person.
You've seen me in sand volleyball.
But I'm talking about basketball court, Connor. Like I see you kind of getting into it with some of these other players.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? I don't really know, because that's not you, Connor.
No, yeah, it's not me. It's a different idea. It's never serious.
No.
It's always just
you're never serious.
I'm never serious.
No.
Yeah. So it's just kind of just like, I don't know, a way to have fun and get laughs. If you act serious and tough to someone, it's kind of funny how they react sometimes. And sometimes you get some free points out of it if they react a good way,
True.
you know?
Have you ever gotten in a fight with a ref or anything like that?
No, the ref. No.
Only the other team.
No. Yeah. So, but I do have some attitude when I play sometimes, but it's more just for the fun. And the team is a little I'm trying to think of the word. Yeah. We're a little toxic. Yeah, we're a little toxic when it comes to playing basketball. So, but I think that gives us a little edge sometimes.
It's hard. It's hard to play Nebraska Wesleyan.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna throw it to break, and we'll finally get to our final segment, and we will just wrap everything up. And thank you very much for listening, especially to Hallie and Connor's mom. But we're gonna throw it to break.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com. General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Travis with Midwest Bank, now with 2 branches conveniently serving Lincoln and 8 other locations across Nebraska. We're here to help you with any of your needs. From opening a checking account to buying a home or financing your business, our staff is here for you. Stop in and you might see Shin Daddy himself. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Explain to me again why we're sleeping on the ground.
Because we're thramping, thrift camping. It's saving us money and getting us closer to nature.
But we don't need to thramp. I just combined our home and auto insurance with our State Farm agent, so we have a rate that fits our budget.
All right. Do you think our agent can bring us an air mattress?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to the last segment of Behind the Black and Gold. While we were gone, we established that I need to brush up on my Big Ten football when I'm on working the boards for Austin and Strick because they catch me at the worst times, and I really just need to start doing better at that. But Connor knows sports, and Connor's going to help me after this. You say yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Ellie.
Yes, he's going to help me. Okay. So we were talking a little bit about the basketball dynamic at NWU. Last year, you guys had really, really good success. You made it to the Elite Eight. That's really, really good.
Yeah.
When was the last time NWU did that? Was it the year after they won the championship?
The year after they made it to the first round, lost in the first round. Another thing, I feel like they did it one more time. But in 2018, obviously they won the national championship, so that was a big deal. But yeah,
it's a big deal to even make it to the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
So what was that like for you?
Oh, it was the most fun I've ever had playing basketball in my life. I mean, it was obviously games were high stress and pressure was high to win. But just getting home on a Sunday, flying out on a Wednesday, and getting home on Sunday, flying out on Wednesday, like over and over again. It was
you felt important.
Yeah, you feel cool.
Yeah.
You just feel you feel cool. And it was cool to you don't think of going to D3 and being able to have those experiences. And with the team we have, the dynamic on our team is every day we just have fun. Every day at practice, it's loud, it's fun.
It's like just a bunch of best friends.
It's just a bunch of best friends.
Together.
Yeah, exactly. So you can imagine, all those guys on airplanes and in hotel rooms.
Jack on an airplane.
Yeah. Jack was sitting behind me on an airplane.
I know
Jack's listening. Yeah. And he was on an airplane behind me one time, shaking my seat for about an hour of the plane ride. And then he got upgraded to first class.
Because
he's lucky.
And 6'11".
And he's tall. We'll give him that.
He is tall. So those are really cool experiences. And just being able to watch that from an outside perspective, you just can't be. I was so proud of you guys just to be able to make it that far, and just the success that you guys have had, especially because of years in the past, and you just are able to see people just grow and develop, especially watching you come in and watching people like Seth and Brewer just step up into these roles and just have that success. It's just really cool to see. But you guys, where did you guys play for the Elite Eight? I'm blanking.
Virginia.
Yep. And you traveled
Hamden, Sydney. Yeah, we don't like
just
that.
a random place to play.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was a tough place to play. Yeah. I'll be honest. Yeah, but
it
was cool to go there. It was
cool, and you guys did good in that last game. It was 60-68. You guys left it all out there. There was nothing that you guys. It just came down just a little few things.
It was the first 3 minutes of the game. We won. We won the rest of the game, and that's how basketball goes. Someone's got to win and someone's got to lose, and I think it's kind of just fueling us. No one was satisfied with that. Everyone was, man, we should have went further. That team actually ended up making it to the national championship.
Yeah.
So, it just kind of give us fuel for the fire for this year to work harder and be a better team.
This year, what are some things that some goals that you guys have?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the goal is always to win a national championship. That's what you want to do. But, that starts one game at a time and one person at a time. And I think everyone's bought into, just showing up every day at practice and showing up every day for everyone else on the team and being the best they can be. And that's all you can really do. There's a lot of things that go into winning a game, and sometimes it's out of your control and sometimes it's all your control, and, things got to sway your way.
Yeah.
And so I think we're all just ready to show up for our first game and, prove to everyone that we're still the team that, we should have been there last year, and we're going to be there this year.
I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Connor, thank you so much for being on Behind the Black and Gold, and I really, really appreciate you. And to all the listeners, thank you so much, and we will see you next time.
Thank you, Ellie.